We are currently in the end game for Madden 25, which means that we are about to get flooded with nonstop low AP costing abilities in the game. And in this video, we're going to be going over some of the abilities that you guys should look out for. We're going over all the best abilities on offense today. Next video, we'll probably be going over all the best abilities on defense. But the abilities that I talk about today are definitely going to be some that you guys are going to need to have on the offensive side of the ball. Now, before I get into it, if you guys are new to the channel, do not forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, comment down below, and hit that notification bell so you guys never miss an upload. And if you guys got nothing to say, just comment FTA. Stands for the algorithm and helps push these videos to more and more people. And I'm going to shamelessly plug my ebooks, offense, defense, down in the description below. The defense is amazing to me. So if you guys are looking to get better at defense, that is going to be the place to do it. So let's go ahead and talk about abilities. And we're going to start off with the O-line. The O-line has a couple of good abilities, but there is one that stands out further than the rest because it's just really, really good. And the ability I'm talking about is Secure Protector. If you have Secure Protector on all of your linemen, this is going to be the best ability that you can use to make sure that you are not getting any block sheds. This is going to be, if they send 3 people and you have anybody with Secure Protector, they're going to hold their blocks the entire time, and they're going to have a hard time pretty much getting that stop. Now, there are some honorable mentions like Linchpin, which is 2 AP currently on this Travis Frederick card. But again, we're talking about abilities that are going to be going ahead and pretty much be free. So Linchpin is going to be one of them. But if you can get Secure Protector for cheap, for lower AP, that is going to be the best O-line ability in the game. Hands down, bar none. It's between that and Identifier, but Identifier is not that much needed, especially if your opponent is getting block sheds anyways. You'd much rather have Secure Protector on your players. Now, on your offensive tackles, if you can't get Secure Protector, get Edge Protector. It's the same thing, but it's going to help when people start to utilize the Edge Threat Elites and things of that nature. It will help with unstoppable forces as well. Now, for your tight ends, the tight ends, I have 2 that I think are very, very good. I don't know if Kyle Pitts gets it, but I know Darnell Washington can get it. And the first one is going to be Tank. Tank is insane. Everyone goes for hit sticks in this game, and Tank on a tight end just seems to be absolutely incredible, amazing. Everything that you need to have on your player is with Tank when it comes to having anything on a tight end. Now, honorable mention for tight ends is going to be red zone threat. Now, this guy doesn't get it currently. But again, in this game, when they're dropping the free abilities, they're going to start oh, yeah, this is perfect right here. Red zone threat. It's improved catching versus single coverage in the red zone. So one of the biggest things in this game is scoring. Obviously, you rather get 7 rather than 3. And when you get down into the red zone, it becomes very, very, very difficult to actually punch the ball in if you're not getting it down on the ground, or if you're not getting it, if you're having trouble throwing passes. Red zone threat pretty much, it negates that. If you can find a way to get your tight end open, backside dig or whatever the case is, zig routes or whatever, you can go ahead and toss this one-on-one situations and pretty much come down with it almost every single time with red zone threat. So Tank and red zone threat, pick whichever one you feel is better for you, and that is going to pretty much be the best ability that you can use on a tight end in this game. Wide receivers. Now, it depends on the formation that you're running, but there is one that stands out in my opinion, and it is, again, I'm only talking about these that are pretty much not X factors, but just abilities. X factors could be a different video for us to explain that. And a lot of people like to run route technician, but I think Slotomatic is the best ability for your wide receivers. Let me explain. Route tech is pretty much Slotomatic, but route tech works on receivers that are on the outside. In this game specifically, how many people are rocking 2 wide receivers that are on the outside rather than running bunch formations like bunch tight end, trips tight end, where you have 2 receivers that are technically considered slot receivers, bunch nasty, bunch strong, bunch tight end, so on and so forth. Any tight formation, Slotomatic is going to work. Now, the reason why Slotomatic is better, in my opinion, is because if you're running any slants, if you're running any zigs, if you're running any drags, if you're running anything like that, they are going to catch the ball all the time. Slotomatic also provides you with better catching on short slot routes, which just means that if you're running any zigs, slants, drags, hitches, any short combination of routes, they are going to hold on to the ball all day long, and it's just going to make your life 10 times easier. So if you have the choice between Route Tech and Slotomatic for free, make sure that you're equipping Slotomatic and make sure that he's in a slot, or else he's not actually going to get better receiving pretty much stats. Now, if he's on the outside, Route Tech is going to do wonders for you, but if he's a slot receiver, make sure you're putting Slotomatic on him. It's going to make your receivers play 10 times better, I promise. Now, running back. Running back is always a weird one because, we all want to make sure that we're getting a lot of broken tackles, whatever the case is, right? Now, I have two for this one as well. The first one's going to be human joystick, and this is going to be mainly for those people who are always on conservative. Human joystick, it gives you the ability to make a move on the CPU. What I mean by that is if you have any form of good left stick movement, you're going to be able to pretty much wiggle your way out of a situation. Now, I would recommend that you only use this on an elusive back. Elusive backs are pretty much, you know, Chris Johnson's, and I believe Darren McFadden might be an elusive back, and he's the reason why I'm adding human joystick to my list of abilities that are must-haves when you're rocking it on your running back. It's one of the best abilities in the game, in my opinion, and it allows you to wiggle your way out of so many different situations. I've created so many clips of me just using this ability that it's completely changed my game. Now, second ability, good old Tank. Tank is insane on a running back. If you think people try to hit stick tight ends, people try to hit stick running backs all day long. The smaller the running back, the better. If they had a Barry Sanders in this game with Tank, literally every single person you see they'd start crying because they're not getting fumbles on Barry Sanders or somebody that is of that stature. He's too small. He's this. How's he holding onto the ball all game? Tank is going to be the reason for that. And Tank also allows you to play not on conservative and allows you to just run the ball however you see fit. Tank is amazing. So if you have this, if there are any players that ever come out in the near future that can get Tank for 0 to 1 AP, that is going to be a must-have for you on your field. Now, last but not least, actually, let's go over the fullback real quick. Now, the fullback is always a weird position because there's not that many abilities, and a lot of people usually don't utilize fullbacks that often, but honorary lineman. If you have a pulling fullback, if you're running some kind of a stretch and your opponent is running dollar or something similar to a nickel or dollar dime formation, honorary lineman is going to change your life if you are a heavy runner. It is going to sit there and put DBs on their butt, and they're not going to be able to pretty much get a block shed. It literally just makes your fullback play like Quentin Nelson, prime Quentin Nelson, just on a pull, just absolutely hammering down on any DBs that are on the field. This is a huge ability that if you're able to get this for 0 AP, I would recommend that you equip this on your fullback and you go absolutely crazy. A lot of people don't run with the fullback. They mostly block with him. And if you do this as well, you can actually take the fullback, put him at tight end, and then utilize it in that way as well, especially if they are running a formation where your tight end could be sort of in like the slot position. You can put the fullback there, and that fullback will literally bulldoze and run over any defenders that are defensive backs. It's a great ability to have. If you can get it on a wide receiver, it'll work as well too, but it works so much better on a fullback. Now, last but not least, we have the QB. The QB position is the most important position, and this one has two abilities as well. As you can see, I have them currently on, and that's Gunslinger and Master Tactician. Master Tactician is going to be the best ability in the game for a quarterback. Let me explain why. Master Tactician is 3 abilities just hooped up into one 4 AP ability. Later on in the year, this is gonna be lowered for certain players where it's gonna be 2 AP or it's gonna be 3 or 1. Whatever the case is, you're getting 3 abilities pretty much put into one separate ability. You're gonna get Conductor, which is usually 2 AP. You're gonna get Hot Route Master, which is usually 3 AP, and you're gonna get Playmaker, which is usually 2 or 3 AP. I forget, but you know what? He might have it on one of his abilities here. So he's got Playmaker, which is 3 abilities. So you're saving yourself 4 ability points currently, and this is just right now. This isn't without the discount. Just right now, you're saving yourself 4 AP on the offense by just equipping this one ability on your quarterback. This is the most important position on the field. If you are a heavy passer, this is going to be a must-have ability for you. Same thing with Gunslinger. Gunslinger just makes every single throwing animation a lot faster, and it's going to make your life a lot easier if you guys are passers, because you don't want those you don't want those extremely long windups that completely take you off of your game. They result in sacks, they result in throw out of sacks, and they result in fumbles. And again, the name of the game is to not turn the ball over and get points on the board. And with this ability, it's going to help you guys out. Now, this is obviously early on Madden stuff for the QB, but this Master Tactician ability is never really active at the beginning of the year, or anything like it is usually active like Hot Route Master. So the fact that they've given us this early, and it's been usable pretty much for half of the year that we've been playing Madden so far. This is one of the best abilities that you guys can use in Madden 25. These are the best abilities that you guys can utilize on the offensive side of the field. If you guys have any questions, or if you guys have any recommendations, leave it down in the comment section, and I'll be sure to get back to you. My name is Pwny. I will see you in the next one. And as always, 2 fingers, deuces, and peace out, you guys.